Hello, my name's Emma from Balance Works Yoga. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. It's a shorter practice where we are building up some shoulder strength and having a nice stretch through the upper part of the body and working up towards a side plank, moving into a wild thing position. But there are all sorts of options along the way as usual. So if you want this one for opening up in the shoulders, strengthening the shoulders, and feeling nice and free and expressive and full of joy in our wild thing at the end, then this practice is for you. Hope you enjoy it. So take a moment to get comfortable, wherever that is, in a seated position, using blankets or blocks if you like, and just maybe close the eyes and take a couple of breaths just to arrive, to center yourself, to ground, and just unplug a little bit from the outside world and begin to turn inwards. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. In through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Just noticing the breath as it comes in through the nostrils all the way into the lungs. Feeling the chest rise and fall and expand and contract with each breath. Then we're going to bring the hands to our knees and just start a few little shoulder rolls. Just warming up the shoulders. Nice and slow. Bring the shoulders forwards and up and back and down. And then we're going to bring the hands to our shoulders and just take alternate elbows backwards. So increasing the shoulder rolls and get a little twist through the body, making them a bit more dynamic. So just noticing how it feels on each side, if there's any cricks and cracks. And if one side feels tighter than the other, just loosening things up. Lovely, come back to center. We're going to open up the arms now and spread the fingertips wide, rolling the shoulders back and opening, broadening across the chest and the collarbones. Inhale, and then we'll exhale, rotate the arms backwards, the hands backwards, and then just continue this little rotation of the wrists as we open up and through the shoulders, through the whole shoulder joints here. Lovely, and then we're going to bring our left hand down and reach the right arm up, whichever way, whichever side you like. Take a little rotate to the wrist while we're up there, just to warm up through the wrist, and then reach the fingertips forwards. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forwards. Maybe the fingertips come down, maybe not. Allow the head to the neck to be long here. Inhale and exhale, so wherever your hand is, or maybe it's just on your knee if that feels better. Getting a nice stretch through the back. And bringing the hand all the way back up again and just taking it backwards. Maybe looking back towards your hand and then bringing it down. And the opposite arm, reaching up. Inhale, and then we want to walk the other fingers out, reaching up. And let's see if we can reach the arm forwards, getting an extra stretch through the shoulder and the upper back. Feeling into our lower back a little bit. Inhale to come up. Exhale to reach forwards, reach forwards, reach forwards, and maybe bring the hand down. Inhale and exhale. Big stretch for the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Trying to keep our hips both still on the mat. And then inhale, lift up. Take it backwards. And then exhale back to center. And roll the shoulders as we sweep the arms up, bring the hands to the prayer position and all the way down to our hearts. Just take a little moment here just to send a bit of gratitude for your body, for everything that it does for you every day, but also just for showing up today, for carving out this time to tend to yourself, strengthen and stretch, and take some time for yourself. Inhale, You're going to exhale, interlace the fingers and push the palms away. And get a little rounding of the back here, the upper back. Push the hands away. Maybe just tilt them to one side, get an extra stretch down each side, and then inhale, lift them up. Wherever they come to, it might be here, they might come all the way up. Drop the shoulders, but reach with the fingertips, get a lovely stretch through the wrists, tuck the chin, and then exhale, bring it all the way down again. Inhale up, pause. And then in, wiggle the fingers as we release the hands and bring them back down to the mat. Roll the shoulders. And then we're going to clasp the hands behind our back. Maybe we can clasp our hands like this, or maybe, if not, just hold onto the elbows. So either way, we're just getting a big stretch through the shoulders here. I'll show you what it looks like behind. You can be sitting cross-legged or kneeling, whatever helps. Both is good. You can either be holding onto the elbows, or you can interlace the hands, clasp the hands, and just take the hands to your left waist, left side of the body, just to increase the stretch down your right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Tuck the chin, check this lifting and just extending through the back. We're not collapsing down. And then to the other side. So you're going to stretch through the other shoulder. And if that doesn't feel good, you can just be holding onto your elbows instead. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center, release the hands, give them a little bit of wiggle here. We're going to turn it into our flicky flicky with the fingers. So a bit of strengthening through our wrists, our forearms, all the muscles in our hands. Just flick, 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 flick. It's my favorite exercise for really strengthening in this part of the body. So you can just open, close if that feels better. Open, close, slow it down a bit or speed it up to whatever intensity feels okay, but pushing it to your limit. So let's see if we can go for 10 more seconds. Flick, flick, flick. You're going to start feeling it burning in the forearms. Try to relax the shoulders though, so it's just the intensity through the hands. Flick, flick, flick. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and just relax them down, palms facing up. Notice the tingling in your fingers. Definitely getting warmed up now, but that's the best exercise for really strengthening through your forearms, which helps them protect your wrists when we come onto our wrists in a moment. Okay, take a little moment, and then we're going to extend the legs out. Extend the legs out in front of you, bring the hands behind, just a little point and flex. Get a little stretch down the legs. And with our hands behind, fingertips facing outwards, a little rotation here. Just squeeze the shoulders back, lift the chest, broaden across the chest. Maybe lifting our eyes up towards the ceiling, but supporting your neck. Don't dangle your head back too much. Inhale. And exhale. Soften. We're going to bring our arms out in front and just give ourselves a hug. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. Just round the back a little bit. Inhale, open the arms wide and put the opposite arm over the top this time. Give yourself a hug, claw the fingertips. Again, just a little bit of appreciation for your body, appreciation for you. It's good to feel your own embrace and just give yourself some love. Try not to feel too silly about it. Got to love ourselves before we can pour love into others. Relax the arms. Okay, coming to a tabletop position. So take your time, transitioning into tabletop. And really having a little practice for a moment, just checking that our hands are spread out whenever we bring them to the mat. And we're going to just rotate them out slightly so our index fingers are pointing to the front. And that way, when we do bend in the elbows, they're not coming out to the sides, they are hugging in and we're stacking the joints. So spread out, we're just going to turn into a little cat-cow here. So we're just going to drop the belly on the inhale and exhale from around the back. So just come into a little bit of spinal flexion and extension here. Just gentle, gently warming up the back, the spine and the neck. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale to really spread to the shoulders, draw the belly in, squeeze the air out. One more. Inhale and exhale. Come back to your neutral spine. We just want to practice protracting those shoulders. So we're really going to spread the shoulders apart, Really spread through the hands, activate through the hands and spread the shoulders. So we're really spreading them apart. And then we're going to draw the shoulders in together. So not changing anything else in the body, just the shoulders, which should make your chest sink down because our shoulders coming inwards. So just practice spreading and protracting through the shoulders and then allowing the shoulders to just sink in together. So opening and closing. Just getting that joint opening and noticing how you can spread it out to get extra strength. Let's walk the hands forwards. Sit the hips back. Maybe tent the fingertips here. Bring the forehead to the ground for a little activated child's pose. Getting a stretch through the shoulders and the arms here. If it's too much, you can bring the forearms to the ground, or you can have your head on a block or a cushion. We can flatten the hands. So tent the fingertips for more intensity on the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Let's relax the forearms now and slide our hands all the way alongside us. And just relax the arms and hands for a moment. Maybe a little rock of the wrist from side to side. Just give them a little pause, a little moment, and take a couple of breaths in child's pose. Exhaling. Emptying out. And bring the hands under the shoulders and slowly roll up, round. Shoulders, roll the shoulders and bring the hands back into our tabletop position. Again, just check our wrists are under our shoulders and our knees are under our hips. And we're going to send the left toes back, so I'm going to come back forwards. Left toes back. Get a nice stretch down that left leg. Make sure our right hand is nice and activated and stable beneath our right shoulder. Pivot on our right knee to bring our right foot out and lift the left hand up. I've dropped my left heel down, coming into a side plank, a supported side plank. So reach, inhale, and exhale. So really spreading the fingertips and trying to stretch across the chest, lifting the hips. And then we're going to wimble the arms, pushing up all the way into a gate pose and come all the way over a side stretch. So stretch and just release the wrist at the top there, rotate, rotate. And then bring it back down, again engage the core as we move. We're going to bring the left hand down to the mat, draw the right foot in, keep that left leg extended as we lift it up, draw the belly in, keep the hips square. Either stay here or reach the right arm out, gaze at the mat for a long back. Really good back strengthener. Engage the core, reaching with those fingertips and you can either point the toes or you can flex the foot here, whatever you like. And then bring the right hand down and left knee down. And then we'll go on the other side. So we're going to extend the right foot back. And we do a side plank first of all on the other side. So right foot back. Take the left foot out to the side. So we pivot on our left knee. You can always have a blanket under that knee if you like. Spread the left hand out underneath your left shoulder and reach up with the right hand. Lifting up. A little rotate to the wrist if you want to. While it's up in the air, that's the right wrist, just to relieve it or wiggle the fingers. Plant the right foot down on the floor and reach up. And then exhale, we're going to reach the right fingertips towards the right foot and windmill the arms up, coming through a gate pose. And then reaching up with the left arm, so we're going to stretch down the other side. Relax that right arm, or you can tuck it behind you for a little wrap. Reach and stretch. And then exhale, bring it back down again, both hands to the mat, draw that left knee in, extend the right foot back, so lifting the right foot in the air here, draw the belly in to check we're nice and square in the body, shoulders over wrists. Reach the left hand forwards if you feel stable, if you're not too unstable here, reach and draw the belly in, lengthen and activate all the muscles, big back strengthener, core strengthener, gaze at the mat. And then bring the left hand down and the right knee in and just sit back in another little child's pose here. And then slide the hands under the shoulders and roll all the way up. And just roll the shoulders a little bit here, roll the wrists. Give a little flamenco hands all the way up, wiggle the fingers. And change direction on the way down. Let's send the fingers out and the joints in and out. So we're just trying to rotate through the wrists. Give a little pumping action to the arms, the shoulders, the elbows. Give a all working here. A little hula to the side, whatever you like, and give them a shake out. Lovely. Okay, so we are going to just do a little wrist stretch before we go back into our side plank, and going to send the fingertips out to the side. So rotate the fingers out, just get a nice stretch through the wrists and the forearms. If it feels okay, you can continue rotating those fingertips backwards until they're facing your knees. If not, you can just do one hand or just keep them out to the side. So just going with the intensity that feels okay to you. You can always lean back and peel the heel of your hands up. And come back, rock back forwards. Spiral the hands back to face the front. We're going to flip the palms up now with the fingertips facing inwards. Going to stretch down the back of the hands. You can bend the elbows to lessen the intensity, or you can straighten them for more. Wiggle the fingers, even curling our hands into fists. That will increase the intensity, the stretch through the whole of the back of the hands and the wrists. And then bring the hands back down, tuck the toes. We're going to sit back on our feet and just give them a little stretch now as we roll the shoulders. And then we're going to reach forwards with the hands as we come up onto our knees, upright. Inhale, and then exhale. Reach forwards, reach forwards, reach forwards as we swoop down, and exhale. The arms can come all the way up. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach forwards and send the arms backwards and up. Inhale, up. So just go with your breath here. Exhale, down. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. You come as high or as low as feels okay. One more. Squeeze the air out. Next time you come up, going to bring the right hand down to the left hand down to our hip and continue to spiral the right arm back. You can untuck the toes if you feel a bit more stable here and you want to relax the feet a bit. And just take some nice big circles with the arm backwards. And then see if you can find your lower back with that hand, but making sure the rest of the body is square, so we're not twisting too much here. We're just getting that opening of that right shoulder. Then we're going to take the right shoulder all the way across the body and just give it a little stretch in the opposite direction. Wiggle the fingers. Breathe. Remember, you can always have a blanket underneath your knees, or you can just come down from it if you like. Relax that arm. We're going to do some circles with the left arm now. You can either reach and have a nice long arm here, or you can just keep it low and a little bend there if you've got any issues with that shoulder. Maybe get a little bit bigger each time, watching it with your hand, with your gaze. And then until we can bring that hand to our lower back, squeeze the shoulder back, bring the rest of your chest and your hips square forward. Then reach the right arm forwards and bring that to your lower back. So we've circled with both arms. And we're just going to gently press our hands down so we can gently push our hips forwards. Get a little back bend here. Maybe tuck the toes, because you can always maybe see if you can tap and reach down to one heel, sorry. Maybe finding a camel pose if that's in your practice, but if not, just keeping the hands there. And then slowly supporting our lower back as we untuck the toes and kneel back down. Roll the shoulders. Bring your hands behind you, interlace, and we're just going to lean forwards until we can bring our forehead to the mat. Lift the hips in order for that to happen. The hands might come up, or you might leave them behind your back as we roll onto the crown of our head, coming into rabbit pose. So the fingers can lift up keep them interlaced, lift up behind you and up towards the sky, or they can keep down if that's too much. And then we're going to roll back onto our forehead, release the hands so we can allow our arms to just relax alongside us and just find this nice relaxing child's pose, spreading out the shoulders, giving them a rest. Maybe just rock the wrists to check they're really loose and relaxed here, and just take a couple of breaths. Really big, expansive breaths to expand through the body. Inhale and soften on the exhale. Inhale to expand into the back and exhale. Release. Bring the hands under our shoulders and roll back up. And we will be coming back into a side plank. So you can watch for a moment while I give you the two variations. We're going to bring the hands in front of us. You can either come into it from our supported side plank, like we did at the beginning, by sliding the left toes back. So once we're in side plank, we're nice and strong through the arm and the shoulder, and we're reaching up, we're checking our joints are stacked here, so our shoulder is over our wrist. It's just a case of lifting and opening up, maybe sending the arm a bit further backwards and drawing the left toes back, and seeing if we can hold ourselves here, opening up, breathing, getting a little squeeze the glutes, a little lift here, and then exhale, you can come back down. Now, if you want to do the full version, we need to come into a full plank first. So find our full plank, spreading out the shoulders, lifting the knees, dropping the hips, and then making again sure that our right shoulder is over our right wrist. We're going to pivot and lift the left arm up in the air. So find side plank first. The feet can be staggered if that feels more stable, or you can stack them if you're feeling strong enough. Either way, we need to be able to pick up the left foot and pop it behind us, find the floor behind us to help us lift the hips even further here. Reach with the arm and then just maybe see if we can open up the arm and the shoulder, coming into this big, full expression of wild thing. Just lifting and opening, breathing and expanding. And then leaving enough energy in the body to be able to lower ourselves down gently. And then just taking a little child's pose just to rest in between. So finding, we'll go on the other side and you can find the variation that suits you. Okay, so roll the shoulders, release the wrists, and let's start on the left side. So we're going to, I'm going to face this way now, going to round through the hands. We'll do this so you can choose which variation, so you can either come into a full plank to begin with, or you can begin to come into a side plank. So if you're in a full plank, pivot the feet, lift the right hand up, stack the feet if you feel strong enough, or just lift the right foot up and pop the toes behind you, and lift with the hips and open up, maybe sending your gaze wherever feels stable, wobbles, completely normal here, but try to press through that hand, protract the shoulders, really spreading and opening the chest. And then whenever you have enough, just nice and controlled all the way down. So if your leg is underneath you, in a supported version, just sinking down, and then just come into a child's pose and relax the shoulders. Whew. Take a couple of breaths. And then have a go on the other side. Or if you want to go on the full version, you can have a go on this direction. You can have a go with the full wild thing. So choose which variation. You can either extend one foot back and pivot on that knee and use it as a side kick and slide the foot back, opening up, or plank, side plank, engage the core, lift the hips, reach the right hand up, step the left foot back and lift and open. Inhale and exhale. Really spreading out that right hand, activate all the muscles to support you, and then engage the core to lower yourself down to protect your back. I'm going to come down to our bottoms now and just hug. Now let's just cross the legs here. Let's cross the legs here and walk the fingertips forwards and take a little fold. So we're going to crawl the fingers forwards like a cat having a stretch, just reaching the chest forwards until we feel that stretch through our backs of our legs. Inhale and exhale, go a little bit further, trying to keep length in the back. So even if it's just here that you stop, and then relax the shoulders, the forearms, everything, the hands. So it might be you're just here, or you might be lower. Yes, no with the head, check it's not holding tension. Just Whichever height you're at, just relaxing, spreading out across the back. Stretching through the neck, letting it hang. Begin to recover and counter that beautiful wild thing. And slowly rolling up. Roll the shoulders, bring the legs out, give them a nice stretch, bring the hands behind, point the toes, draw the shoulders back, stretch across the chest. If you've tucked your hands in behind you, option just to lift up into a little reverse plank here, or you can keep the hips down and just draw the shoulders back. Point the toes. Keep a little support in the neck there as we slowly lower down. And hug the left knee in. Reach the left arm up. Pop at the fingertips behind you. Bring the right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale to twist. Push the right heel away from you. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, contract. Get an extra little millimetre of twist. And then release. Going to extend that leg and hug the right knee in. Squeeze the shoulders back again. Push the right heel away. The left heel away. Reach the right fingertips up. Lengthen and exhale, bring the right fingertips behind you. Draw your left hand on the outer edge of your right knee, so hug it in, sit tall. And exhale, twist from the belly, then the rib cage, then the shoulders, maybe the head, if that feels good. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to centre. Lovely. Just going to bend the knees, support our way all the way down, maybe hugging onto your knees, and just have a little rock if you like. Have a little rock here, a little playful rock. And coming down onto your backs, hug the knees in and just have a little rock from side to side, really massaging through all four corners of your back. You'll need it, I'm sure, especially the shoulders. So rock all the way around, maybe drawing some circles with the knees. Another nice one here, if your knees are in, is to cross your ankles over and see if you can lift up just to sort of hold on to the opposite foot, the top of the foot. So I've got my left hand on top of my right foot and right hand on top of the left foot. Just ease back down, you get a nice stretch through the feet and you get a nice stretch through the arms and the shoulders as well. You can rock or you can just find a bit of stillness here. Inhale and exhale. Checking out holding tension in the neck. Relax the muscles of the face. Deep breath. Slowing things down after the intensity of this short practice. It's a short one but a good one today. Lots going on, lots of strength, especially through the upper body, which is, what we need to help with our posture, help with all the activities we do, help keep everything moving as it should. Release the feet if you're holding them, or bring the feet down to the mat, arms alongside you, to take a little windscreen wipe from side to side, get a little stretch here, through the hips, through the back, maybe just pausing on one side, gazing in the opposite direction, big breath, and exhale. Slowly back through centre to the other side, head to the opposite direction, inhale. Exhale, nestling those shoulders down into the mat. And come back to centre. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open up. Relax the arms, palms facing up, and just find this little supine cobbler's pose. Just to rest, relax, open up, and just recuperate after practice. Or you can just extend the legs if that feels good. stay here for as long as you like, as long as you can, before jumping back into your day, or let's say easing your way back in. Draw the knees back in, and whenever you're ready, slowly have a little stretch out, wiggle the fingers, anything else your body is telling you that it needs. And have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.